Hello, this is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight. This is really beautiful where I get to walk on sand. I love walking on sand. I am not barefoot yet, so I gotta see how this trail is. This is my first time here. But anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And I want to make sure you're taking good care of yourself. I know where I came from, New York, they got hit with snow. So Starlight got away with it, has been out here in Florida for a while. So to my family members, I just hope, know that they are safe out there driving on the snowy roads. And of course, the roads should be cleared by now, but they got hit with a lot of snow. But no matter where you are, make sure you get plenty of water, and make sure you eat the right kind of food that's good for you, the kind of food that doesn't drain your energy. So anyway, I do love you. You could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up. That is if you want to see and be a change in the world. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And you could check out Starlight's playlist. It's so important to check out the different videos that you missed, before you found me here. So check those out. And you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook. And that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So here we go. I think Mr. Turtle is still outside his little hole. So anyway, this is beautiful out here. I do love the open spaces. It means that there's a lot of porta potties nearby for Starlight. So when I say that, I have issues here about using the porta potties. So Starlight, hey, gotta go. I'm not gonna pee my pants. So anyway, I know you guys are guilty of this too, so here's another turtle. There's one behind there, so these are good omens. What does it mean when you see a turtle? Or dragonflies. There's some dragonfly here. So those are messages that the universe has given me, and today Starlight got the 1111. So anyway, I love all of you, and there's a black snake right here. So check that out later, is what does it mean when you see a black snake? Silly old snake. So it's not bothering, it's just out there sunbathing. And also, I just want to reach out to you, and this is a different video, and this actually is for everyone really, but I feel like taking my shoes off. This is really focused on homeless people, but it's not just for the homeless people. Sorry, Starlight had to get her sneakers off, so now Starlight is barefoot. And anyway, I want to reach out to all of you, because this might be for you and this might not be for you, but it's not just aimed at the homeless people, because I know it's not just the homeless people that is guilty of doing these things. And because I love taking hikes out in the woods, and I love to go at parks, but what I don't love or even like is when I go out on a hiking trail and somebody is throwing their garbage around on the Mother Earth, like soda bottles and water bottles and all kinds of things, like their lunch stuff. Starlight throws her vegetable stuff out in nature, because that's part of, that's all plants and stuff, and it's not meat or anything. So if I have like leftovers from peeling stuff and cutting stuff, then I put my vegetables back onto the earth, so then it's like fertilizing. But I'm talking about if you are a homeless person living out on the street, and like I said, it's not just about the homeless people, but if you you like going hiking, or you like going to parks and visiting and spending time with your family or friends, or even like Starlight by yourself, is please, don't make a mess. Everywhere I go, it's been like this my whole life, and it's something that really has to change, and Starlight used to have her kids when they were little, and I was teaching them about not littering, and we went around picking up litter everywhere, because we walked a lot. We didn't have a car. So I figured, hey, we're walking this way, there's garbage along the way, we'll pick up the garbage, and when we get to our destination, we'll throw it away. But it never ended, So there's other people out there that pick up trash from people. But the reason why I'm saying this message is mainly for the homeless people that live out on the street. Wow, there's a big ass iguana. That baby took off. It should be on the video. Hello. So yeah, when you go out to parks or hiking trails, please do not trash the areas up, because there's people that want to enjoy those places without beer cans and beer bottles or plastic bags and all that stuff. And we get a lot of people from different countries, and they have different backgrounds, but they're not the only ones that is trashing, throwing garbage on the ground. So what I have found since I have been traveling, isn't it so beautiful? I always have to do this, is just to scan and let you see what Starlight is looking at, because you only get a thin, like space with this phone. It's not like a wide camera. But, like I've been traveling from New York all the way to Florida, and what I noticed is, like there's certain places that I did park in the parking lot for a few nights, and there was lots of homeless people living in different parks. And I have seen this in New York, Albany, New York Park, where I used to go and talk to a lot of homeless people that were actually living at the parks. Some of these parks, people give the homeless people permission so they can actually have somewhere to sleep at night. And my issue is not all homeless people do this, because Starlight does not do this, is a lot of those homeless people that have permission to sleep at the park, they're making a mess of the parks. They're throwing their garbage, leaving blankets behind, leaving clothing behind, you name it, leaving behind. Sometimes they even get so drunk that they forget and they leave good things behind, and they don't pick those up, and then somebody else finds it. And, so people that are living on the street, there's a lot of parks that I notice as driving from New York to Florida. The more south I got with Florida, Florida actually from New York is very strict on the rules that they have at the parks. So Albany, New York, they're not that strict on a lot of these laws and rules that they have at a park. I visit lots of parks every time I drive through from, even when I was living in New York. So I was always visiting different parks to see what they got, or different hiking trails, so especially, it's not just for the homeless people, like I said, because there's other people that trash the parks too. They might go there and hang out with their friends and just party and then trash it and then leave it, where there's trash everywhere, even at the Walmart parking lot, people, they just they don't throw the garbage in the garbage cans, and they got lots of garbage cans at Walmart, because I sleep in those parks a lot, where they throw the garbage right into carts, shopping carts. So as far as Starlight's concern is about the parks where the homeless people stay, is all of you that are homeless living on the street, living at the parks, you're making things worse for everyone, including yourself, because by making a mess at the park, then the park's gonna shut you out at nighttime. They're gonna close the parks at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, so that you cannot go in there and destroy the park when you're sleeping overnight. And not all homeless people are like this, like I am repeatedly saying. It's just that if you want parks to open up to the homeless people to have a place to sleep, like a bench instead of the grass, because in the morning the grass is going to have dew on it, and your blanket is going to get wet if you're even laying on a blanket. So you really want to respect, Mother Earth, and don't throw trash on her, the planet Earth, is to, respect her and to pick up after yourself. There's garbage cans all around in most places. And if there is not a garbage can, do what Starlight does is, I take my garbage with me, and then the closest garbage can I find, I throw my garbage in that garbage can, not on the grounds, Especially, like I said, I'm sorry about the noise. I'm walking next to a highway. Especially the homeless people that don't have a place to sleep at night. What I noticed from driving from New York to Florida is there's certain spots in Florida, most of actually different states actually do the same thing, is that they close those parks early. And Starlight actually had a police officer tell her she couldn't park overnight at a park because I didn't realize it was dark when I got there, and I didn't see the sign about no overnight parking because I'm from New York. New York didn't care about overnight parking. They didn't lock people out of the parks. They had hours on there letting you know when they were closed, but the officers really didn't do anything as far as you hanging out at the park, as long as you weren't doing anything wrong, like getting intoxicated and bothering other people or doing other things that is not good. So, for the homeless people again is, I noticed all these parks that they actually, I've had other parks where an officer came and said, hey, we're closing, and I didn't even know that they actually were going to lock the gate up. So I had to hurry up, get my stuff, and drive somewhere else because they closed the park with a gate so nobody can get in there, at least, on foot or in a car. So if you don't want the parks being shut and closed at an early hour in the night, you got to pick up after yourself, And I know that there's a lot of different types of people out in the world, but, there's a baby snake. I just walked over it. I gotta just show you. So yeah, just, pick up after yourself. I would pick that one up. Or even bigger. But, yeah, it just said, that's why those, parks close up, a lot of times, is because people, ruin it for everybody else, and you're ruining it for yourself if you're throwing trash around in the park. And I've seen it over and over again where people, were sleeping in the park and, just slowly waking up in the morning and it's afternoon, and here they got, like garbage all over the ground, their blankets are everywhere. And, it's just that we need to be respectful for these parks. Not that I agree to all the laws and rules that they have at a park, because I just came from one, and some of it doesn't even make any sense. So really, just to really pick up after yourself. And if you are one of those people, that is guilty about throwing trash around on Mother Earth at parks or hiking trails or Walmart parking lot or out your window as you're driving, please, there's so much garbage that just gets all over the ground just by a garbage truck flying through without the proper cover gear to cover the garbage with, So it would really end with the homeless people is, now when those parks are closed and the officers do drive around to check and make sure you're not in the park, now you got to figure out where else are you going to sleep. Where does homeless people sleep when they cannot sleep at a park? That's why it's so valuable, and valuable information is to, not to do this at these parks, because you're just ruining it for yourself and other people, So, and the other things out in parks is that, getting intoxicated. People, that are homeless, but it's not just the homeless people that do this, right? So there's other people that is guilty of doing this, where they get overly intoxicated with alcohol or some kind of form of drug that's possibly illegal to have, like something besides marijuana, is that, you ruin it for other people when, the cops get involved, and then we wonder why those parks get closed up, why they lock the door, and they close them at a very early time at the night. It's depending on the time of the year, it might still be light out, and it's like, okay, you got to get out of the park, so I know this is a video that I've been wanting to make for days now, as far as thinking about Mother Earth and how beautiful it is without the garbage. Would you throw garbage on yourself? So, and I laugh about that because, it just, Mother Earth would really appreciate, like if you just throw the garbage where it belongs, in a garbage can, and there's a lot of places that have garbage cans. But like I said, if there is no garbage can, then don't bring don't bring that stuff if you're just, out in the woods or at a park, if you just plan on throwing it on the ground anyway, So if you're going to bring stuff that you need to throw away, bring a bag with you. Bring like a little plastic bag or something where you can actually put that garbage in it, so you don't have to throw that on the ground, because you're just ruining it for other people. And so anyway, I love all of you. Hang on, I gotta see if I can get the bright light here. I got sun and shade here. This is beautiful. Starlight is barefoot right now. I got bare feet. Let's see. Can't get that. Whew. Starlight's having a hard time with the light here. Just gotta get. So anyway, I do love you. I just don't seem to get the right light here. Sorry, I can't see the screen. All right. I do love all of you, and if you are homeless living on the street, please don't throw your trash. Respect the parks. I break laws at the parks, or rules at the park, because some of them, like are man-made and they don't make any sense. But laws like, not littering, and not trashing the place, not tearing things apart, not breaking things. Those are laws and rules that you need to keep and do, because there's places that they get damaged because people get intoxicated, So I do love all of you, and this is Starlight. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget, you can put a message down below, beep, 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 and don't forget the notification bell, beep, beep, beep. And also you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I do love you. Respect Mother Earth, planet Earth. If you throw garbage all around out at a park when you live there, is that how you're, like if you had a bedroom, is that what it would look like? I don't know. I hope not. So anyway, I do love you, and respect Mother Earth, Starlight says. And I love all of you from my heart to yours. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.